Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Pathfinder Kingmaker Enhanced Edition with me, BringItDon.
Letting the ink dry.
And we are going to continue exploring the Swamp Witch's hut.
Patience.
A dire boar. Alright. Well, let's get him.
You dead.
Their life ends here!
Not much of a threat compared to the other threats that exist in this location.
In due time.
Alright, so these plants here, you want a quick save before you pick up each one? Though they have fixed, they're for a quest. And it's possible for you to fail your lore nature check.
Bad.
See? And then reload. Because there's, I think, just enough for the quest. Or maybe there's a couple extra for the quest. I don't remember the exact details. But anyway, you can buy them at Bakken now if you need to.
Completed.
There we go. And experience, I mean. That's always worth getting.
Some other way needed.
You notice all the laughing as well. Someone's going, ha 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 ha. I will run into that person or persons in a minute. So, quick save. So big, so silly, so mortal. That should give away what sort of creature
Completed.
lies in wait for us ahead.
In due time.
Bad.
Reload. I'm just gonna keep reloading these because I don't feel like going all the way to Bakken's and then all the way back here to
In due time.
do the quest.
Bad.
Oh, come on. Remember one time I got unlucky and I failed like 17 times in a row or some such nonsense. It was ridiculous. Just ridiculous.
Completed.
Sweet. What is it? What's required? 27. So yeah, it's a pretty high roll anyway.
Done.
Slow and meticulous. Just the way I like it.
Done.
Awesome. Good job, Akandayo. I think that's all of them.
Look ahead.
Is that locked? I don't trust it. It was locked.
Applause, please.
Okay. Alright, I don't want to go that way yet. Hey, some Fae. Falcos. As you approach the grove, you hear two voices in soft conversation. The first is a velvet baritone, begging on the brink of tears. Please, Teresia, my love, don't send me away. I'd rather die then. I want you to live, a girl's voice says sharply. Falcos, you're my knight in shining armor. I love you like I've never loved anyone before. But if you stay, you'll... The girl's voice falters as she collapses into sobs. Wait, there's someone here. Show yourself. Approaching, you notice a Fae couple, a satyr and a dryad who watch you with an anxious look. Holy kittens, look, it's Fae. Real Fae. Hello there. Lindsay waves her hand to the couple. Who are you? My name is Teresia. I've lived here since my tree awoke from the earth and first sought the sun. And this is Falcos, from far away. We are together, the satyr nods, and we'll stay together till death takes us. The dryad narrows her eyes at Falcos and folds her arms. Can't you do without the death part? I managed so far, he grins widely. What were you arguing about? These lands could be beautiful again, but not as long as this monster exists. Falco's hand curls into a fist. We cannot leave. We must fight. My sweetheart, my love. Teresia's voice trembles on the verge of tears. You've tried already, and barely survived. Please, I'll endure. I'll go to sleep again. If you were to die, it will hurt me far more than if I had let you go, knowing you're far away, but alive and well. Look at me, Teresia. I'll never leave you. Never. I beg you, don't send me away. Being without you, it'll kill me as surely as the scythe tree itself. The scythe tree won't leave us be. Simply being brave is not enough to defeat it, Falcos. Sooner or later, it will kill you. The dryad turns to you, hopeful. I beg you, put an end to the creature, end our suffering, and its suffering as well. I will find a way to reward you. Yeah, there's no reason to convince. Alright, yeah, what is a scythe tree and why is it dangerous? Well, it's... Teresia curls her fingers, imitating claws, and pretends to snatch up something with them. Falcos jumps in. First, it's just a tree. Fire is not its friend, and you'd best use a weapon suited to chop through its bark, not impale it. Right, and also its branches are very long. Be careful. It can reach you from afar. Yeah, maybe I could help, depending on what you're offering. It's not much, but Teresia gets a small chest from under the tree roots. I really like taking this option. Fine, I will help you. I'll take the reward. I'm so grateful. You are our savior. You'll find it south of here in a large glade. Good luck. We'll wait for you here. And what happened to the village? The dryad gives a heavy sigh and closes her eyes as if remembering. And there is a village on the southern portion of this area. Just so you guys know, we haven't been there yet, but... Did I read this already? The dryad gives a heavy sigh and closes her eyes, as if remembering. It was a beautiful place. A human village on the edge of the real Fey kingdom. They lived in peace alongside the Fey for generations, united by friendship, sometimes even by love. The dryad looks away. That is, until our queen, Calotropsia, lost her heart to the headman's daughter. Such a beautiful couple, but... It happened at their wedding day. Both humans and Fey had gathered to celebrate the union. No one knows what happened next, but in the midst of the festivities, Calotropsia suddenly transformed. She changed into a monster. The dryad's voice drops and she glances around, as if afraid another might hear. She became the scythe tree. She killed her bride, her love, then destroyed the village. Humans fled, or were killed. Same with Fey. Our kingdom fell in a heartbeat. I couldn't leave my tree, so I slept for many years, until I awoke to the sound of pipes playing such beautiful music. She smiles at Falcos. A girl from the village married a dryad? Teresia smiles. Your world and the world of the Fey are great and wide, yet rarely do they touch. It is unfortunate, for when they do, great joy is possible. Not simply between two souls, but more so when a third arises from their love, a child either born or found. Here, for instance, when my tree and I were far younger than we are now, a girl lived here, Elga Verniex. She was the daughter of the woman from the village. Her father, a satyr. We loved her so much, watching her grow, laugh, learn. The dryad shakes her head sadly. Her mother took her and left. If she still lives, she's certainly forgotten all about us. Her poor father missed her so much, the grief never left him. It was in his eyes when he passed. The dryad is silent for a moment, averting her eyes, then turns to face you again. Humans and Fey both love, and love strongly, and we feel the same pain when we are cut off from the ones we hold in our hearts. Alright, well I must take my leave. Farewell. Alright, so we have a quest from the Fey. Gnarled branches. Alright, so if we go down this way...
Take a look.
Well, nothing good awaits us through that athletics check, so we're gonna hold off on that for now. Let's do the old quick save here.
Who will prevail?
Does it never
This
fly?
will hurt! You should have run! Repent!
Grant your death.
Your life ebbs low.
Alright, he's in a little bit of trouble.
Strike!
Cannot hide from me. It's not primitive.
Alright. Whew. Ooh. Ring protection +2. That's a good chunk of money right there. Alright. Well, I will equip this. Yep. Does anyone not have a ring of protection yet? I think everyone does. Oh, he does not. You can't equip that, though. And that's okay.
Rotus awaits us.
I need to set up his skill bar. Alright. Yeah, we're not going to go through there yet. We'll come back to that. Maybe at the end of this area.
I'll take care of it. Don't hold
You
back!
require my assistance?
Can you make an epic pose?
Oh, there is more than one. Okay. She should probably be Canera right now. Fire damage would be better against these guys.
Your strike wasted.
Uh-oh. He died. That's right, Canera also leveled up alongside Kalika. Kinetic Blast and Expanded Element. Weapon Focus. Kinetic Blast. Here, we'll expand Fire, I suppose. Blue Flame Blast. Yeah, so Doggo's down. But sorry, we're gonna rest in this area. Well, before we take on the Scythe Tree, because the Scythe Tree is in an area full of poison, like poison clouds, and you need Delay Poison Communal to fight it effectively. I mean, you can navigate through it.
Our life ends here!
Taste my fury.
Let's get her. Oh, there's a whole bunch of them. Alright. We're not in a good position for this.
Nowhere to run.
Serves you right.
Dame true.
You deserved it.
Alright, so the Will-O-Wisps, I don't think actually use lightning. Alright, combat is finished. Awesome. That's not the only run-in with Will-O-Wisp we'll have in this area. Gnats buzz in the air. Okay. I feel like we're just a little too close together. I guess. I'm gonna do it that way.
Last wishes.
Ah, a test of my abilities.
Alright, some easy treasure. Or not. They usually have, like, yeah, gems and stuff on them. Oh, it wasn't on his body. That's weird. If I remember correctly, there is a, like, a venom hodag. In this area as well. There's a lot of poison and stuff. It'd probably be worth resting right now.
In due time.
Okay. A dead man staggers towards you. There's a gaping hole in the middle of his chest, and you can see the white of bone through the tears in his decayed flesh. He speaks with a halting, gurgling wheeze. Living one, I do not want to harm you. Help me. Who are you? I had a name. Dorsey. Had a bride. Now I'm no one, alone. Less than no one. What happened to the village? The man groans, and you see his hands twitch and curl into fists. Fae. Darned Fae. Killed everyone. Every single one. Hate. Hate them all. Hate the Fae. Hate the headman. Why do you hate Fae so much? The dead man's decayed hands sink into the edges of the huge hole in his chest. The Fae stole my bride. Killed her. Killed me. The whole village. And the headman. The bastard. Helped them. Sold his own daughter to the Fae. Nita, my love. Evil. All of them. How I hate them. And how can I help you? The Fae said, I'll reach my final rest when 2 coins serve as my eyelids. Give me just 2 coins. Put regular gold coins over the dead man's eyes. Just 2 coins? Shouldn't be too hard. You put 2 coins over the dead man's eyes, but they fall from his sockets to the ground. The dead man hisses. All lies. Darned Fae. Darned... I will leave without a word. The dead man utters a helpless groan, stretching out his arms toward you. Alright, so, he may not be entirely honest with us. Because you remember what the other Fae told us, that there was,
Anything else?
a wedding, was it a dryad? And her bride.
I'm there.
We'll uncover more of the story as we continue through the area. But what he's saying is the bride of the dryad was his love, and that the headman sold her to the Fae.
Look,
I'm positive I found something.
Alright, good job, everybody.
I wrote it like I saw it. Applause, please. Applause, please.
A heavy pick. Demolisher. Created by a relatively unknown dwarven blacksmith for the sole purpose of mining rare sturdy metals, this pick packs a surprising amount of destructive force against creatures made from similar materials, so it's really good against like golems or constructs. Which golems are constructs, so it's very good against constructs. So I think if we go down this way...
What do we
Yeah, there it
have
is.
here?
It's a path right there. But I want to be careful going there because I'm pretty sure that there's poison. The swamp reeks of algae and stale water. So I'm pretty sure if we go this way, there's going to be...
well, sorry, was lost in thought.
resist acid, because I'm pretty sure there's a
What
slug
a
up here.
Waste. Be to the
A few slugs, as a matter of fact.
Yourself exposed.
Like my masterpiece!
It's going to hurt.
repent.
Good lad.
Yeah, they do a bunch of acid damage, so resist acid is really good.
I do what
This
I
is from
must.
range. While you're focusing on the one in the front line, the ones in the back line will shred you. Also, we got some gloomberries. That's also for the same quest at the mudleaf.
I'm off.
The mudleaves that we were getting over here before. Poor doggo. Down for the count. For an owner that doesn't even care about him. Yet. We'll see if we can change his mind. Alright, let's see if we can take what's in here.
You should take a look.
Again, we'll probably get poisoned.
Anything is possible.
Interesting.
Look ahead.
I'm glad you called.
What's new?
Keep your eyes
Lindsay
open.
and then our leader charged forwards. Lindsay the illustrious.
Nowhere to run.
Something more simple, like Lindsay the Great.
Yeah.
Sister, protect
Protect
me.
use of my
Lindsay the
talents.
Indecisive.
Oh yeah, we're going down fast. Oh yeah, super fast. These guys are nasty.
I hate
Miserable.
Yeah.
Chapter.
It's easier to do without poison, with a resist poison spell available. Which I don't currently have, so let's not worry about that right now.
In due time.
I want to explore as much as I can without having to rest, and then we'll mop up the rest of the area after we rest. Well, I have much more to explore anyway. Go away, go away. Some dire boars.
Serves you right.
They're not much of a challenge.
this quick.
And look how much harder I hit than everybody else. That's crazy. All because I finally got my Death Strike. And I'm fighting defensively at that.
I'm always ready.
And even while fighting defensively, I still have... Well, I guess it only applies in combat. But that's still a plus 16 and a plus 11.
Taste my fury.
Their life ends here. I still
Oh wow, okay, that was a big critical hit. Now again, one of the perks of the Outdoorsy Swordlord is they have a chance to reduce critical hits by 50%. So that critical hit could have potentially been knocked down to a 21, which is much more preferable than a 42, especially when I only have 51 health.
What's taking so long?
Swap them back out.
I'm glad you called.
A clever ploy.
I do what I must.
If we go further south, we will go here and check out the Swamp Witch's hut. This looks like loot. It probably is, and I missed it. Oh well. And I always come back through. If there's anything important I missed, I'll come back through with Jaethal. This house differs from the others. It's the only one that looks habitable. A low, almost defeated fence rings it. Smoke rises from the chimney, and you can smell what could be stew, heavily spiced. Even glass windows adorned with drapes are intact. A small dented brass bell hangs near the front gate, and a well-swept path leads from the gate to the front door of the house. Along the side of the house lies a garden. Vegetables, it seems, and in the middle of the garden you see a scarecrow with black stones for eyes, and a wicked grin stitched on its burlap face. Let's see if there's any enchantments on this gate. The gate and the bell bear a simple enchantment that alerts the caster, presumably the owner of the house, about uninvited guests. Well, that scarecrow looks like it might be trouble. The scarecrow's aura is strong, almost like a lightning flash to your senses. It is not a bundle of sticks and rags. It's a dangerous ward to protect the home from trespassers. Anyone here? No matter how loud you shout, no one will answer. Gently throw a little pebble at the window. I did that for the experience. I could have also rung the bell, which I think is the appropriate response there, but 18 experience, man. Can't turn that down. Alright, the pebble hits the window with a clack. After several moments, the door creaks open, and an old woman with a tangle of gray hair and greenish skin steps out. Her eyebrows and ears tapered to sharp points. Who's causing all this mischief? The woman scans the porch with a baleful eye, and her gaze locks on the pebble. Throwing rocks now. What, you think that bell hanging there is just for show? I do not. The old beldame. We're actually going to do a once around before we talk to her. A tiny but well-kept garden. Fish on a stick.
I'm off.
Alright, cool. So that's in that area where we have to cross the mobility check. Oh, let's talk to the old beldame. Beldam? So, what in damnation are you doing here? The old woman squints at you with disapproval. Her hair is a tangle of gray, and her wrinkled skin is an unusual shade of green. Both her eyebrows and ears taper to points. I'm looking for a lost child. Have you seen him by chance? A boy? What would I do with a brat? Pickle him in a jar? That's rich. She gives a rattling laugh. Where is it written if an old woman likes a little peace and quiet? She must be a child-stealing witch. Who knows what could have snatched up a child? Maybe he's been eaten by goblins, or lured to the swamp by the wandering lights. Or maybe this poor sobbing mother with all her false tears strangled him in his sleep, then put him to bed with a shovel somewhere deep in the forest, and now looks for someone to mantle the blame. Go to her, squeeze answers from her, make her tell her where the whelp is, but don't be bothering me. Failed a perception check. Her answer rings with indignation, but you can't tell if it is genuine or not. It is. Last time our perception check succeeded. And, wow, we rolled one short. And she is being genuine. Who are you? Me? Yeah, I'm just a harmless old woman hoping for some peace and quiet. The old beldame, they call me. And that's fine. Been called worse in my life. Why are you asking? What's fool errand brings you all the way out here? I've got a question for you. Just look at him. He's got a question. Her lip curls in a sneer. What makes you think I've any answers for one such as you, scrabbling at my door like a beggar? Have you done anything good for me recently? You've done nothing for me, and you're nothing to me. Show the herb you... Yes, I can't read. Show the herb you found in the swamp. This seems to be an unusual herb. Can you tell me what it is? She takes the herb between her bony fingers, sniffs it, then gives you an approving nod. You've got a good eye. The herb is useful, but not by itself. Look here. She shows you 3 different herbs. This one's mudleaf, that there is gloomberry, and that's the dizzy head. One guess what it does. If you can find 3 bundles of each, bring them to me. Alright, well, how can I help you, good woman? Well, now we're talking. Much better than poking around where you don't belong, nattering on like a fool. Here, look. She pulls a black, oddly wrinkled mushroom from a bag on her belt. It has an odd smell about it that makes your eyes tear up. This is a black rattlecap. The spore pods inside, the best thing for the lungs, and the skin. Me, I use them for tea. They're rare though, but they grow thickest at the mud bowl east of here. Get me at least 10. Yes, 10. Then we'll talk. Alright, farewell. Good riddance. Alright, so we have 2 quests for her. In a way.
You deserved it.
That was easy.
We'll do it the
This
hard
will
way.
hurt. Oh,
This is Any last wishes?
Really wish he'd stop turning invisible like that, but it's fine. Take him down.
you should have run.
There we go.
I'm there.
Rustling the branches sounds like quiet weeping. Okay. Okay. The corpse of a beautiful girl lays in the middle of the glade. You can see the black stain of caked blood on her flowing dress. Despite the years that have passed since the girl's death, the body bears no signs of decay. Her pale hands, clutching a white lily, are folded on her chest peacefully, and a wreath of fresh flowers crowns her head. There is a glint of fine jewelry on her body, a necklace, earrings, and a ring on her finger. As you study the jewelry, you hear hissing voices from every direction. Fae, but despite the number of voices, you cannot see a single one. Get hence, get hence. Let Arnita sleep, or you will regret it. So sad and romantic. Whoever she was, someone really loved her. Detect magic. I wonder what enchantments were cast on her. The body bears a strong preservation enchantment that keeps decay at bay. Who is there? Show yourselves. A flurry of giggles and a few mocking jabs, comparing you to the unfavorable end of a mule, are your only answer. Alright, well, I'll gather some flowers and lay them near the body. You collect fresh flowers and lay them over the girl's remains. Hey, I'm lawful good now. Darn it, unless I'm specifically... I feel like my natural decision making will always lead me to be lawful good. I have to try to intentionally not be lawful. I always go back to lawful good. I like paladins, and it fits my personality. So anyway, the jeers and threats of the Fae become murmurs, then dissolve into silence. But keep in mind, I don't like... The girl's body rests here wearing elegant dress and untouched by decay.
In due time.
I think if you loot her body,
Trivial task.
you get like her wedding ring.
Interesting.
That's another reason why I gravitate towards paladins. Now, I don't like the closed-minded, lawful good paladins, where it's like, you know, there's only one way, there's only one approach. You have to be a little open-minded if you're playing a paladin.
If you dare.
I don't think this activates yet, but let's
My skills are absolute.
do it this way. Alright, you suppress a shiver as you approach the well. The air around it is thick with the smell of decay. As you try to identify the source, you suddenly catch whispers and ragged scratching noises emanating beneath the lid of the well. The rotting wood cover has been crudely hammered shut with heavy iron nails. Now let's see if this well bears any enchantments. An aura of death magic hangs about the well. The aura runs strong and deep, emanating from the bottom of the well itself. Knock on the lid. A flare of whispers erupts beneath the lid, and for a moment you feel faint, but you take a deep breath and focus, blocking out the whispers. Your momentary disorientation subsides. Pry open the lid. As you pry open the lid, it splinters away, and a foul stench bursts forth. You feel a vicious, evil presence rushing toward you.
Fatal mistake.
Ancient Will-O-Wisp. Now, there's a handful of these guys here. Let's just keep that in mind.
Strike!
Nowhere to run.
This is where I step in.
Thank goodness we still have that spell up, because that would have hurt real bad if we didn't.
Ouch.
That's 2 down. Just 1 to go.
Repent.
Alright. Alright, so here we have a coin with Wilbur's name on it. And a coin with Calatropia's name. Wilbur. Yeah, so I think Wilbur is the ghoul that we talked to that needed 2 coins on his eyes. Now, Calotropsia was
I'm there.
the queen of the Fae who got turned into the scythe tree.
Burn.
Prevail.
Something here.
Doesn't matter.
I aim true.
I might die here. Oh, no. Okay.
Good, you dead.
Your life ebbs low.
Why did y'all just ran right past Harem? That's so lame. I think this Ekadio's just a monster at killing these guys. Helps that he has those rings that I gave him, but...
All my knowledge, all my genius, lost.
No, you're okay. You're still alive, man. Still up and kicking. Jeez Louise.
Oh, sorry. Was lost in thought.
What's taking so long?
Okay, now would actually be a good time to rest. So let's do that. We'll quick save before we do it in case we get ambushed in the middle of the night.
Did I hear that correctly? You never saw snow until you came to the Stolen Lands.
I did. In my homeland, hoarfrost forms on the stones after cold nights, and wizards cast frost spells. Not to mention my own elemental abilities. But true winter and snowfall is something else.
Like how my guy has his sword out while he's doing whatever he's doing. and an Akbo just falls from the sky. Sorry. We don't know what his name is yet. No spoilers. Alright. I'm going to call the episode here, and the next one we'll continue to explore. We have a couple things to do. An area right here, an area right here, and this whole area over here. So, still plenty to do in the Swamp Witch's hut area. Pretty big area, and now that I'm prepared for it, it's not nearly as bad. But we also haven't gone over here yet. When we go over here, things are going to take a turn for the worse. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next episode.